I often find it amusing that when we talk about Jane Austen, in an academic context, we talk about Jane Austen or Austen. In a non-academic context, people refer to her as Jane. They might refer to her as Jane Austen, but they'd never refer to her as Austen. And I can't imagine us doing that with, for example, Shakespeare or Dickens. People don't say, I really love the way Charles writes, or William has such a fantastic play. We don't do that. But countless millions of people, quite literally in this sort of blogosphere, refer to Jane, their friend Jane, their bestie Jane, and that necessarily brings with it a proximity. That means that they're reading Austen in the way that they might be, going through their friends' WhatsApp threads or something. They're already well inclined towards her, and they seem to, approach her writing as if it's a friend writing to them directly and personally. I have had students who said that they feel that Austen is speaking to them directly, and that they are perhaps unique in understanding what she's actually saying. It's a kind of weird phenomenon, but I mean, there must be some obvious reasons. The domestic nature of her writing, the fact that there's domesticity at the center of her writing helps a lot. I think the conversational style that was such a radical sort of revolutionary change in her writing, moving away from the sort of episodic 18th century in your face narrators, and Austen changes that and brings in conversation, and makes the conversation a central part of her style. That helps a lot, and I think it predicts a lot of popular culture as well. So that the story is not so much the story itself, but the characters speaking, so we get to know them in ways that are not perhaps that different from us. And I think that adds to a sense of, I know her. I know this person.